Hello, I am Luca Walter. I am part of the business school. I am from Granville, Ohio, which is near Columbus. And I saw in the instructions it said, introduce yourself with a story. So I'm going to tell a little story about my bass fishing experience. So I was actually a competitive bass fisherman for 2 years in high school, and I went to states 2 years in a row. I did not win, but I came pretty close. So I'm going to tell a story about. So after high school, after school every day, I would go out and I would fish. I would fish at the golf course pond, and I had been trying to catch this giant bass there for probably 3 or 4 years, and it had never worked. I had done everything I could try, from soft baits to hard baits, top water to bottom to mid, even mid tier. I tried jerk baits, all that stuff, but it never bit. And one night I was up there trying the exact same thing, like normal, the thing that works on most bass, from my competitive experience. But I was thinking while I was fishing, I was like, what is the bass actually eating in this pond? And this was a golf course pond, so this was just bluegill and bass. So I was like, the bass must be feeding on the bluegill. So at the very end of the day, I switched to a bluegill crankbait, which is a bait that goes like, and it mimics a bait fish. So I cast it out right as the sun is setting behind the trees, and I'm reeling it in, and boom, right before it hits the bank, the bass comes out from his nest. He was actually, well, she was actually bedding at that point and was trying to protect her nest from the bluegill, because bluegill eat bass eggs. And it's just weight on my line, and I reel it in, and its mouth is like that big. It had a bucket mouth, and it ended up being a little over 9 pounds. And I actually submitted pictures of my competitive bass experience and the 9 pound bass. And I think that kind of sums up me as a person, like the dedication and the commitment that I learned from bass fishing, and also the creativity. And problem solving, because I had not been able to catch this fish, and I finally came up with a solution, and it worked. And I was very proud of myself because that was my biggest bass I've ever caught. And I think that story perfectly sums me up, and maybe will give you an idea of how I can participate and influence others in this class. Thank you.